doing consignment to the grocery store. Now, the grocery store doesn't know anything how to do that. So I have to show to them I have to stay in the store. My number one client was the Hong Kong market. Yeah, Hong Kong market. Most of the time, I will deliver like 50,000 worth of phone cards at the Hong Kong market, Viet Hoa, this big Asian market. And it was in consignment. But every week, after I had been teaching them how to use it, they will order continuously. So even though the Texas Siemens connection, I closed it, I was still making money from the grocery stores and convenience store, and also to those big Asian market. But after a while, MCI started doing their own. They started doing their own phone cards. Then the Sprint also, they started doing. So I already have a big competition, and there's no more good profit from the phone cards because everybody just dropping down and the discount is not good anymore. And so I have to stop doing it too. I still keep thinking what to do. Then a friend of mine, she wants me to petition her family from the Philippines. And so I bought, from that little savings from my Texas Siemens connection, I bought a grocery store. The name of the grocery store is CNL Express Market. And with that store, I was able to petition the whole family, husband and wife and the children. So that was good. But then what happened to that one? Oh yeah, that store was hit by Hurricane Katrina, so we opened another one. I believe it was Lani V Asian, and then an Asian restaurant, and then it was hit again by Hurricane Rita. But I have a little insurance from that incident. So I got my insurance, so I still have a little money. And then another friend invited me to open a franchise. It's called Tops Burger Grill. Yeah. And that business was also very good because it was a competition of McDonald's. It's all healthy burger grill. And if you know the downtown Houston, there's a tunnel. And then most of the employees from different tall buildings all over the downtown area, every one of them about noontime, they all go downstairs at the very bottom at the tunnel. And then at the tunnel, there's a big mall, and that's where we have our Tops Healthier Burger Grill. So it was doing good. We were on the second location and it's still at the tunnel. But then a hurricane came again, and it was flooded. So I was broke. We have no money. I have to start all over. But before all these things happen, I have my head nurse or my church nurse where I used to work in Port Arthur. She had no friend, nothing. It was just me that wants to talk to her. And because she has no friend, she became close to me. And I was just patiently enough to be her friend because you can really tell that there's something wrong in her mind. Then she got diagnosed with schizophrenia. So she got terminated from the hospital where we were working. So what I did, I took care of her and learned the puzzle of Medicare, Medicaid, how to apply for that, um, and many other things like food stamp, what's that? Medication saving program. So I learned all that by helping my friend. Then she became better. So she stayed in the house for about 8 months and she became better. And so she started living by herself again. But every now and then, I will visit her until I moved to from Beta, no, from Netherlands. We have to move to Baytown because I started working again, back to 2 jobs at Triumph Hospital and then Kindred Hospital. But my dream is still doesn't stop. That one day I will be free, that I can do what I want to do. So I was working hard, again, 2 jobs. And someone told me that, what happened to that? Oh yeah, I have to start learning how to make money again besides my 2 full-time job. So I joined some networking group and I studied insurance. And for me to pass the insurance exam, I will pretend, it's funny. So most of my workers, they're all kind of just chit-chatting, you know, most of the time at nighttime from 1 o'clock to about 3 o'clock is so quiet. But what I will do, I will pretend this is the nursing book, but I was studying for my insurance licensure. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. And sometimes I remember one night I was very, very sleepy because I was closing some insurance policies. I had no time to sleep. I tried to call in sick, but they don't let me. I had to go to work. So I did, and I was really, really very sleepy. And I just keep praying that hopefully my patient will be not too bad. And luckily, my patients in ICU that night, it was, I think it was 2 fresh open heart, no, 1 open heart and then 1 heart cath. And then the heart cath guy, he noticed that I was so sleepy, so we started talking to each other. And I said, I'm really, really sleepy. And he was very, very nice. He pretended to call me, so he used his call light. And he said, I want to help you. If you can get 30 minutes sleep, you're going to feel better. I said, how are we going to do that? Oh. He called me using the call light, so I went. And he said he was having problem, that he was vomiting. He was pretending that he was very, very sick, that he had diarrhea. He had diarrhea all over. So he told me, close the curtain and you stay here. I'll take care of you. He he covered himself with the blanket and he let me sleep in the bedside chair. That the door over there, even if someone is passing, no one can tell that I was there. And besides, he turned on the light that, you know, that I was inside. And he told I was shouting to the secretary that I will be with Mr. So-and-so a while because he had diarrhea all over and I have to clean the room. Oh my God, that night I will never forget. Yeah, I made the night. I made it, but the patient was just really nice that he helped me. He said, I know the feeling of just one working in the family. And he knew that during that time I had three small children. Yeah, so that's a very, very sad, but I'm very thankful that through prayer, because I was praying hard that it should be a good night. And this patient that's alert oriented and just have a heart cut done and help me to get some sleep. It's funny, but it's sad. I mean, oh, I forgot to tell you, when I was selling phone cards, sometimes the ship was coming from like India, Nigeria, China, and they don't speak English. So I have to dial the phone cards, using the phone cards to the payphone. I have to dial one by one for them so they can call. And sometimes the place is not good, and there's so many mosquitoes. So sometimes I'll go home with so many mosquito bites. And one nurse, when I was she was giving report to me. She asked me like, "Hey, what happened to your face? What happened to that? What happened to that?" And I will just tell a lie like, "Oh, I was doing gardening and bitten by mosquitoes." So yes, I just don't want my coworkers to find out that I was going to the ship and selling and doing the business. And also during that time, my little van, I will sell like rice. I will always have something from the back of my vans to sell to the nurses after we work all night shift. Then I'll sell to them. I'll sell the rice, sardines,